Hello students, welcome to episode 3 of Ratio and Proportion. In the previous two episodes, we did the concepts of ratio and proportion. Now here in this episode, I am going to use the property of componendo and dividendo, and then we'll do the question related with that. So, if you have not done the questions that is related with episode 2 or episode 1. So, first before starting this episode, finish that questions first. So, now let's start the lecture. So, let's start the question. Solve for x using the property of proportion. So, this is very your exam oriented question. So, this type of question can come in exam. So, how do we do this question using the property of proportion? First, we use using componendo and dividendo, right? Dividendo. So, what is componendo and dividendo? Numerator plus, this is your numerator, this is your denominator. So, what we will do, don't change the sign of anything in this step, numerator plus denominator, okay. In denominator, it is again numerator, this is numerator minus denominator. After writing this, you can cross check whether you have not done any mistake here. This and this thing should be same. Even there is no difference in their signs also. And this thing should be same. Here plus, here minus. So, this is their numerator, numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator. That is the main thing here. Here also numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator. So, when you open the bracket, what will you observe? When you open the bracket now, so you will get what? In numerator, you just open the bracket and all the sign will remain same, because outside the bracket positive sign is there, but here outside the bracket negative sign is there. So, this becomes negative. Don't make x plus 5 as x minus 5, because this is single term, with outside that the sign changes. So, here negative becomes positive, okay. So, remember this thing only. So, here this becomes 10 upon 4. Now, you can see this and this will cancel out. You will say that x minus 16, x minus 16. Don't check that x minus 16, x minus 16. Sign outside the root x minus 16. It is negative root x minus 16. It is positive root x minus 16. Positive, negative will cancel out. Here, this and this is cancel out. Positive root x plus 5, negative root x plus 5. Don't check that x, I am cancelling out x plus 5 with x plus 5 here. X plus 5 outside it negative and positive sign. Now, if you simplify, you will get 2x plus 5. Why? Because we know root x is 2 root x. That's why. And here 2 root x minus 16, and this if we reduce, I can write 5 by 2. Now, this 2 and 2 will cancel out. Now, do squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. So, if we do squaring on both sides, then what can we write here? X plus 5 upon x minus 16 is equals to 25 by 4. Because when we do squaring, this root and square will cancel out. Now, cross multiply. So, what we do? Okay, so here 20 plus 400 is equals to 25x minus 4x, that is 420 is equals to how much? 21x. So 420 upon 21 is equals to x. Therefore, your x will be 20 after reducing this. So next question, again solve for x using the property of proportion. So here you can apply componendo and dividendo. So same way we just proceed this, numerator plus denominator, this is your numerator plus denominator. Okay, numerator plus denominator upon numerator minus denominator. Okay, here numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator, right? So how do we do this? Now if we open the bracket, then what will happen? X plus 1, x minus 1 plus x plus 1, x minus 1. Here x plus 1, x minus 1, x plus 1, x minus 1. Here 4x minus 1 plus 2, 4x minus 1 minus 2. Right? Now here this and this will cancel out because one is of positive and other is of with negative. Here this and this. So you get 2 and 2 root of x minus 1 is equals to here 4x plus 1 and 4x minus 3. This 2 and 2 will cancel out. Now you can do squaring on both sides. So if you do squaring on both sides, you will get x plus 1 upon x minus 1 is equals to 4x plus 1 square, 4x minus 3 square, right? So when you do squaring on both sides, then what will you get? X plus 1 should be multiplied with 4x minus 3 whole square, and here x minus 1, 4x plus 1 whole square. Now open the bracket and then multiply this. So x plus 1, here if you open the bracket, if you open this square, then you will get this. Okay, a square plus b square minus 2ab is equals to x minus 1. Here it is 16x square plus 1 plus how much? 8x, right? Now just multiply this. When you multiply this, and so it will get 16x square plus 9x minus 24x square, 16x cube, right? Plus 16x square plus 9 minus 24x is equals to this will be 16x cube plus x plus 8x square, right? 8x square, and here minus 16x square minus 1 minus 8x, right? So when you simplify this, this and this will cancel out, and here if you get if you solve this, you will get minus 8x square, and here also minus 8x square. So this and this will also cancel out. So after that you are only left with how much? 9x minus 24x plus 9 is equals to x minus 1 minus 8x. Now just simplify after taking these two on that side. Minus 24 minus x plus 8x is equals to minus 1 minus 9. So how much you get? 8x plus 8x or 16. plus 8x and 8x. 16 plus 16 minus 24. So minus 8x minus 10. Minus minus cancel out. So x will be 10 by 8, which is equals to 5 by 4. So that will be the answer. So here is a question. Solve for x using the property of proportion. Again here we use C and D, componendo and dividendo. Then what we get? Numerator plus denominator upon numerator. This is the numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator. Similarly here, okay, numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator. Now you'll see here this becomes the formula. You can write this as x square to the whole square, 1 square, 2 into 1 into x square. Can you write this like this way? X square plus 1 square minus 2 into 1 into x square is equals to 25 by 9. We can write this way. So this become x square plus 1 to the whole square. This become x square minus 1 to the whole square. What I have done, I have just closed the identity. Now do square root on both sides. If we do square root on both sides, why? Because if I do square root on both sides now, so this square will cancel out. Okay, and here if I do the square root of 25 by 9, I get plus minus 5 by 3. Always remember, whenever we do root of 25, so we just have to write plus minus 5. Otherwise, you will lose the marks in that case. So just we have to do this question by taking plus 5 by 3 as well as minus 5 by 3. So that is the important thing, this step here where the student may lose marks. So how do we do? We just do like, we can do like this case 1 when we just take it as plus 5 by 3, okay, and in case 2 we will take minus 5 by 3. Now again we can use C and D, or we can even do this by using cross multiplication also, or otherwise if you want you can again use C and D. So using C and D, so this will become, here I have changed the sign, numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator, okay. So here this will cancel out, this will cancel out, 2x square upon 2 is equals to 8 upon 2, which is equals to 4. So here x square is equals to 4, x is again plus minus 2. Don't forget to put plus minus here. Now case 2. Case 2 is x square plus 1 upon x square minus 1 is equals to minus 5 by 2, minus 5 by 3. So just cross multiply, 3x square plus 3 is equals to minus, even you, if you want you can cross multiply this, or otherwise you can again use C and D. You will get the answer by both ways. So here I have used the C and D, here I am doing the cross multiply. In this stage also you can use C and D, okay. Minus 5x square plus 5. So this will becomes your how much? 5 minus 3, 8x square is equals to 2. So x square is equals to 1 by 4. So x will be plus minus 1 by 2. So x will be plus minus 2 or plus minus 1 by 2. So these are the answers. Here is one more question. So again, using the properties of proportion, here you have to find the ratio x is to y, okay. So here since two variables are there, so they have asked to find you x is to y. How do we do that? Using C and D. If we use componendo dividendo, then numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator. So when we do numerator minus denominator, तो minus, तो sign will change, both the sign of 6x square and 8. Here also numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator, right? Now what we'll do? Here if you see, this is what? This becomes the formula of a plus b whole cube. See, x cube plus 12x plus 6x square plus 2 cube, right? X cube plus 12x minus 6x square minus 2 cube. See, you can cross check. This becomes the formula y cube plus 27y plus 9y square plus 3 cube and y cube 27y. This becomes the formula of x plus 2 whole cube. Here x minus 2 whole cube. If you open this formula, na, a cube plus b cube plus 3ab square plus 3a square b, then you will get the same thing. Okay, here you can write this as, okay. Now do cube root on both sides. When we do cube root, then the negative positive sign will not come as we were getting in square root, because in cube, when we do the cube of this cube root of minus 1, so that is only minus 1. Cube or the cube of minus this cube will be only minus 1, but the minus 1 square is 1 and 1 square is also 1, that's why. Okay, cube root on both sides. So we get x plus 2, x minus 2, y plus 3, y minus 3. Now you can use again C and D, that will become easier. Otherwise you can do the cross multiplication here to find the x's to y. So I am going to use C and D. So using C and D. So when we use C and D here again, so numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator. See, here I have changed the sign. The sign of both will change here. Numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator. Here also numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator. So this will cancel out. Okay, so here it becomes 2x upon 4. Here 2y by 6, right? Now 2 and 2 will cancel out. X by y is 4 by 3 is 6 or 2 by 3. Therefore, x is to y is 2 is to 3. So, here is one more question that is also very important for the examination point of view. Here we have to use the properties of proportion to solve this question. Some students will do like that way. So, a is this and we have to find that value. So, they will just substitute the value of a in there. So, you have not to do this question in that manner. You will never get the answer, or if you get the answer, the question becomes, your calculations becomes too much complicated. So, very easy method I am going to show you here. So, just check with that method. So, here a is this, you can write 2 into 2 into root 3 into root 2. Can you split this like this way? You have to split this part first. Now, here it is 2 root 2. So, take 2 root 2, 2 root 2 down. If you take 2 root 2 down, then here you are left with 2 root 3 upon root 2 plus root 3, right? So, this way you have to form, okay. So, you can consider this first, okay. Now, I am going to solve this. Next, now I have taken 2 root 2 down. If I take 2 root 2 down, here I am left with 2 root 3. So here, because why I am taking here 2 root 2? Because here it is 2 root 2. But 2 root 3 also there. So now take 2 root 3 down. If we take 2 root 3 down, then here I am left with 2 root 2. Right? Okay? Clear? So these two conditions I have derived from here. First I have taken 2 root 2 down here. Then here I am left with 2 root 3. Next step I have taken 2 root 3 down. Then I am left with 2 root 2. Why I am taking 2 root 2 down? Because here there is 2 root 2. Why I am taking 2 root 3 down? Because in next step there is 2 root 3. Fine? Now that is important thing. Now take equation 1 and do componendo and dividendo. Okay? Using, I am taking equation 1 and I am applying componendo and dividendo. So if I apply componendo and dividendo here, componendo, then you know the componendo, numerator plus denominator and numerator minus denominator. So when you do numerator minus denominator, sign of both will change. Okay? Now here you can't do anything with LHS here, but RHS you can simplify. 2 root 3 and root 3 you can write 3 root 3 plus root 2 upon 2 root 3 minus root 3 you can write root 3 minus root 2. Take it equation 3. Okay. Now take equation 2. I have taken equation 1 and I have used componendo dividendo with equation 1. Okay. Now take equation 2 and use componendo and dividendo with that also. So a plus 2 root 3, a minus 2 root 3 is equals to 2 root 2 plus root 2 plus root 3, 2 root 2 minus root 2 minus root 3. So a plus 2 root 3, a minus 2 root 3. Here if you simplify, you can add these two. 2 root 2 plus root 2 is 3 root 2. Here root 2 minus root 3. Now take this equation 4. Now you have to add equation 3 and 4. Add equation 3 and 4. If you add equation 3 and 4, you will get your LHS is what? This plus this. I am adding LHS together and RHS together. Okay? Plus root 2 upon root 3 minus root 2 plus 3 root 2 plus root 3 upon root 2 minus root 3. This was the question whose value you have to find. So whatever you got after adding this, that will be your answer, because that was our question. This check. Now you have to add this. So this addition you have done in chapter 3rd previous year. So you can do it very easily. How can we just add them? Yes. How can we add them? So I am doing only the RHS part. Remember LHS is your this. That was your question. So how can you add this? If you take minus common from denominator, then you will get 3 root 2 plus root 3 upon root 3 minus root 2. What I have done? I have taken minus out. Okay. Now, just take the LCM. If you take LCM, denominator is same. So 3 root 3 plus root 2 minus 3 root 2 minus root 3. Right? Now 3 root 3 will be 2 root 3. This is minus 2 root 2. I am just adding or subtracting the like terms. Take 2 out. Okay. So you will get 2 here. So 2 is your answer because that LHS is your that, and RHS after simplification you got 2. So that will be your answer. So here is one similar question as from the previous one. So here x is this and you have to find the value of this. First, how can you just split this? A into B, right? Now, since here it is 3a, so take 3a down. Take 3a down. If you take 3a down, here you are left with 2b. Why I am taking 3a down? Yes, right, because here it is 3a. Take it equation 1. Now, since here it is 3b, so take 3b down. If you take 3b down, so here you are left with 2a, right, upon a plus b. Now, the same way you have to proceed the question. Take equation 1. X upon 3a is equals to 2b upon a plus b using C and D. If you use C and D, x plus 3a, x minus 3a, 2b plus a plus b, numerator plus denominator, and numerator minus denominator. So here you can write this as 3b plus a upon b minus a. This you can consider equation 3. Now take equation 2. Yes, and x upon 3b, 2a upon a plus b. Using componendo and dividendo. So x plus 3b, x minus 3b, 2a plus a plus b, 2a minus b. So here x plus 3b, x minus 3b, just I am doing adding or subtracting the like terms. So this you can consider equation 4. Now add just like we did in the previous question. Okay, add. So if you add, take all both the LHS together and RHS together. Okay. Now if you see, LHS was your question, right? So whatever you got after simplifying this, that will be your answer. Okay. So see, here I am taking RHS, 3b plus a upon b minus a. Here you can take minus common from the denominator as we did in the previous question. So here, since denominator is same, so you can write the numerator as it is, but here minus sign is there, so I have changed the sign of both. So here you will get 2b minus 2a upon b minus a. So here also you will get the answer as 2. So here is one more question. Here this data is given and you have to find, you have to prove x is to y is equals to u is to v. So here, since if you use C and D, first x plus y and here u plus v. So on one side all the terms should be related with x and y and other side u and v. So but here if you use alternando, then it becomes your x, all the x and y comes in one side and u and v on the other side. Now your question comes in standard form and use C and D. Now it's become easier. Why I have used this alternando? Alternando, this third and second and third term get interchanged in alternando. So using, if we use C and D here, so numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator, numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator, right? Now it is what? 5x plus 6y, 5x minus 6y, 5x plus 6y plus 6y, sign changes, 5, 6y minus 5u plus 6v. Now if you solve this, here you get 10x upon 12y, here 10u upon 12v. Okay, 10, 12, 10, 12 will cancel out, x, y, y equals to u, y, v. That we need to prove. So we have done the few questions related with the properties, componendo, dividendo. So whatever the question we did in today's class, that is very important for the examination point of view, because in exam from the chapter ratio and proportion only that type of question asked. So you need not to do only that question, also the basic properties type question you should do, but to get full marks in exam you should focus on this episode. So keep practicing.